Good morning, guys. So a lot of you have been asking me to do a what I eat in a day video. So I decided to kind of take you guys along for my day. First of all, let me just say that I've said it before in my previous videos why I haven't really shown what I eat in a day, and that's basically because I'm not like 100% keto. I do kind of stray from keto in certain aspects, but I find that I still consistently lose weight. It just is most likely a lot slower than it would be if I were 100% keto. So basically, disclaimer, if you want to 100% do the ketogenic diet, then I suggest you do some research on it. I will link below a good video that I learned a lot from, and I suggest to a lot of you guys to go watch, which is Raw Beauty Christie's video on her ketogenic diet that her and her husband have been on for a while. So with all of that said, let's get the day started. So the first thing that I have every day, almost every day, is coffee. Today we're gonna do Donut Shop regular medium roast, and I'll show you what creamers and stuff that I put in there too. Anyways, so I make a pretty good sized breakfast. I start out the day with a large meal, and that way I'm not going to be hungry later on in the day, which seems to work pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this chicken breast and I'm going to tear it up, throw in up to 4 eggs. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes I go for the full 4. Then I'm going to throw in some spinach and tomato and a little bit of cheese. Mom's up, so I put her in to work. There we go. Put her to work. Still waking up. I just ripped up some chicken breast, threw it in there. Oh, I'm getting cramps. When I bent down, Addie was like, "More?" Sit. Ooh,
Good job.
She actually caught it. She usually just lets it smack her in the face. What I used to do is I would scramble eggs in a bowl separately and then I'd pour it in here. But for whatever reason, I've just been liking it better when you mix it up in the pan. And like I said earlier, when you eat a bigger breakfast, you don't really get that hungry around lunchtime. You start getting hungry around dinner time. Just kind of sets you up for not really needing to snack or eat a big lunch or a big dinner because you like had that big breakfast carry you through. So when your eggs are still a little bit, pliable, wet, whatever, just throw in a handful of spinach, mix it up. For coffee, I use creamer. With keto, you usually want to use heavy whipping cream because there's no carbs and stuff like that, but there's also no flavor. So I use this. I don't go crazy on it though. That's my compromise. There we go. And then I use 2 stevia, which are like natural sugars as opposed to artificial sweeteners, and they're 0 carbs. And since I'm using one of my hands to film, I'm gonna have our assistant open.
Hey, I didn't drop any.
Thank you, assistant.
You're welcome. So this will go afterwards.
So there's coffee, and then we're back over here. I decided to make a bit more because making this lady some breakfast too. Gonna put this in a bowl, and my little cherry on top is that I make it over medium egg on its own and I put it on top. Don't turn off the stove.
What?
Yep, so there's breakfast. What I have in here is 3 scrambled eggs, chicken, spinach, tomatoes, 1 over medium egg, a little bit of the green salsa right here, and some sour cream. So that's breakfast, and here's the best part. Look it, look it. Ooh, yes! And then some coffee and you're set for the day. You probably won't be hungry until about 3 o'clock, and it's only 9 o'clock right now. Bam. Okay, so casual check-in. I'm at Winco. So far all I've had is breakfast, and then my mom got me a Diet Coke. 0 carbs. Not a fan of the artificial sweetener though, but whatever. Anyways, I'm probably gonna get lunch here, which will consist of like a salad or maybe one of their cheese and meat protein things. And then tonight, I'm making my favorite thing. Oh, I'm sunglass marks on my nose. Tonight I'm making my favorite keto meal, which is bell pepper nachos. So I'm going to show you guys how to make them because they're super easy and super delicious. Anyways, let's wait for my mom. I'll see you guys later. I wanted to show you guys this. This is the snack that I like to eat when I have like a sweet tooth on keto. Sugar-free dark chocolate wafer. So it's pretty much as dark chocolate without all the sugar and shit as you can get. So yeah, I just got like a bag of those for me. So these are the salads that I like to get. I usually get that guy right there, which is absolutely delicious, but for whatever reason, this one's calling me today. Oh, maybe the one behind it. Yeah. I'm gonna get this with some ranch. This is lunch. Also wanted to show you guys this soda right here. If you are into sodas but you don't want artificial sweeteners and you don't want the carbs and all of that, check out Zevia. Cody and I have tried their Dr. Zevia version, which is like Dr. Pepper, their root beer version, and their cola version. So far I have to say this one was a little weird, but these two are damn good. And here is some of the nutritional facts. So there's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calories, pretty much 0 everything. So check this guy out if you're trying to do keto but you don't want, oh yeah, and the friggin' like 7-Up ginger ale stuff. Anyways, so check this soda out if you really like soda. It's hard to let go but you want to do keto. This is your choice, your option, and it's a good one. And also another tip for you guys, or another option for you guys, if you really like crackers or you want chips, let me show you what you can use instead. Nut thins. So these aren't carb free, but they're certainly less carbs than crackers or chips. So I've tried a few of these flavors. I'd say out of all of them, the best one is honey mustard. Pepper jack's alright, and cheddar, it's okay. But anyways, so these are crackers made out of nuts, made out of almonds. So it's not, there's no wheat or gluten, all that good stuff. Anyways, so it has 24 carbs for 17 crackers, but you subtract the fiber, so it's 23 net carbs. Not like the best, but definitely a healthier option than if you were to, let's grab this, and if you were to have this, whoa, never mind, this has 9 carbs. What are you made out of? Baked crackers. Oh, but it's 2 crackers. Okay, so you get 2 crackers for 9 carbs. So you're definitely going to eat more than 2 crackers in this one. Basically, you get it. Nut thins are an option for crackers, chips, those kinds of things when you're on keto. So here is lunch. This is the salad that I got at Winco. Is just your regular, I guess this is a chef salad, and then some ranch. The cool thing about keto is that they encourage you to, or it encourages you to use full fat dressings like ranch. So don't use fat free or those kinds of things, because usually when it's fat free, it means it's loaded with sugar. So in this case, we have 5 grams of carbs for the entire packet. So not too shabby. Also, so I'm not entirely sure exactly how many grams of carbs you're allotted a day. I heard that it was 30 or less grams, depending on your amount of exercise and physical activity and stuff like that that you do. Also, your height and weight, I think, plays a part in it, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just sticking to the 30 grams or less. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, just so you guys know. And usually when you first start keto, you don't want to have any type of sugars, even if it is fruits and those kinds of things. You want to keep it very minimal. So berries and those things are your friend. But like I said, I'm not doing keto 100%. And I've heard from multiple people, including my doctor, that being in full ketosis isn't the best thing for everybody. So I'm just doing what I feel like is working for me. And yep, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get to my lunch here. So I am about to start making dinner, and this is by far like my favorite freaking keto recipe that there is. And it is the most simple thing to make, which is another big factor as to why it's my favorite. But anyways, it is keto nachos, which is basically just nachos with bell peppers instead of chips. So you can use whatever meat you want. In this case, I'm going to be using the leftovers of the rotisserie chicken that I have left over. Typically, you're not supposed to have beans when you're on the keto diet. I just am very minimal about my usage of it. Anyways, so let me show you what you gotta do to make my favorite. Ooh, the lighting over here is so much better. Anyways, let's start with the keto nachos. Okay, so first I'm going to set oven to 350. Meanwhile, I have this little tray situated. It's just a baking tray with some foil on it. And then here's where the work comes in. Hold on. Okay, so I have you guys in kind of an awkward position, so I'm just hoping that you can see what I'm doing. So I have a bunch of bell peppers. I am gonna be cooking for 4 people, plus I wanna have leftovers, so that's why I have so many bell peppers. Then we've got black olives, sour cream, some salsa, tomatoes, avocado, cheese, beans, and then that meat that I showed you earlier. It's pretty much just whatever toppings you usually like in your nachos. So add and subtract where you see fit for you. Anyways, so we're just gonna cut up bell peppers. You can be pretty haphazard about the shape and everything because you just want it to be able to pile toppings on top of. And one of the best things about this recipe is that you don't have to pre-cook the bell peppers. You can seriously just chop them up, put them on the plate, or put them on the pan, throw the toppings on, throw it in the oven, done. So let's get cutting. So this is about what you want it to look like. You don't want it like totally stacked on each other, and you want the insides facing up, so that raw bit of pepper wants to be up, so you can use it as like a spoon or a chip. Also, if some of the little seeds are on the peppers, that's totally fine. Unless that bugs you, then go ahead and wash them off. Otherwise, that's what you're looking like. So now I'm gonna shred up some of the meat and the other toppings, put them on top, and then I'll be right back. This is what it's gonna look like once you're done putting the toppings on before it goes in the oven. So I just have the beans, meat, and cheese on here. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. It basically just depends on where the cheese is at and all of this. And then once it's out, I'm gonna put the rest of the toppings on. I'm just gonna put it in for 11 minutes. Well, that is in the oven. I am just gonna make the things that are going on top, like the guacamole and tomato and green onions, those kinds of things. So I'm just gonna be chopping all that stuff up over here, and then wait till the nachos are done and then put them on top. It's time to take it out of the oven. This is what it looks like with it being in there for 11 minutes. So I think 11 might be like the golden hour for this. So I'm just gonna pull it out now. You still want the bell peppers to have a little bit of crunch to them, just so they actually have some stability to them when you use them as chips. Also, just a little side note, remember how I told you guys that my grandma watches things but don't actually watch it? She's asleep. Okay, so once that's all done, you have this guy right here, bam. This is what you're gonna have. Obviously, it's gonna be a different variation of it depending on what you put on as the toppings, but that's pretty much it. Keto nachos. All right, and then you hand it over to your husband with an approving face. Job well done, keto wife.
Keto wife.
All right, guys, so that's it for the video. Obviously, this is a different day. I am just about to edit the video, and I didn't remember if I filmed an end clip or not. So here we are, ending the video. I hope that this video was helpful and answered some of your guys' questions. I I did my best. Anyways, a lot of you ask for a little bit more detail on the keto diet and stuff like that. And seeing as how I don't really go 100% hard on keto, I'm not in ketosis or any of that. I don't think that I've ever been in ketosis. But for me, I feel like when I don't go full 100% balls to the wall, all or nothing kind of thing, if I don't do that, then it's more sustainable for me. Because when I go full out, then it feels intimidating and not sustainable. So this is what works best for me. But if you guys are interested in knowing a little bit more about the keto diet, all of the ins and outs of it, pretty much like what you're supposed to be doing 100% and all of that kind of stuff, then the video that I recommend to a lot of you guys is Raw Beauty Christie's video that she did with her husband, and I will link that up in the cards and down in the description below. I highly suggest you guys go check it out. It's kind of just a easy way. It's a bit of a mouthful. I think it's like a 30-minute video. Oh my God, what just happened? Anyways, yeah, I recommend you guys go check that out if you want to know the ins and outs of keto and all of that. Basically, keto for beginners to understand what it all means as opposed to what to eat in a day. Does that make sense? Anyways, side note, if you're wondering what's on my lips, it is, I don't know the name of it. It's like Sephora's liquid lipstick in like a forest green color. And then I think it's called Amethyst by Kat Von D from her Alchemist palette. But anyways, don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get notified every time I post a video, because as we know, it's kind of sporadic over here. And you can also follow me on all of my social medias, which are always linked down below. Snapchat is the best one by far. That's where I'm at like all the time. Anyways, I love you guys, and remember, until next time, if they ain't paying your bills, pay them no mind. Check you later.